Hey guys, TCMTL. We're here for week 5 of the NPL Minors versus Carnie Hobo. So I beat this guy in the TTM tournament, so I can expect this guy wants some sort of revenge here. Alright. Anyways, he's got Lando T, Jirachi, Conkeldurr, Zapdos, Milotic, Politoed, Ludicolo, Umbreon, Armaldo, Heracross, Mega Sceptile, as you can see on the screen here. So yes, let's get into the team quickly. First up, we got Hydreigon. Just rocking Draco, Dark Pulse Superpower, and Roost. With no really good resist to Draco Meteor, I just thought it'd be really good to drop those. I wanted to go Specs or something, but I didn't want Umbreon to be Spadef and come in, so I thought a Life Orb Superpower would be necessary. Roost is there in case I can get a Roost up versus, like, let's say Zapdos or even Lando T. Just because Life Orb Recoil will be annoying, you may have to take a Mach Punch from Conkeldurr. But yeah, so Roost is just there. Next up, Mega Sableye. Knock off Aerial Ace, Will-O-Wisp, and Recover with just Max HP, Max Defense. This was just going to switch into a lot of things like Jirachi, Conkeldurr, come in on Armaldo, Heracross. Heracross cannot 2 KO this unless it's Banded, Adamant, Megahorn, and so I thought it would be a really good set. Aerial Ace does about 60 to 70% to Heracross, so this is a lot of good damage to it. Next up, we got Superior. We have Yache Berry and okay, good thing. Alright, just noticing that now. Okay, wrong ability by accident, oops. Leaf Storm, Hidden Power Ice, Substitute, and Glare with Yache Berry. So the Yache Berry will learn the Ice Beam, go for the Glare just to paralyze that. Also, you can take like an Ice Punch from Jirachi. Yeah, having Glare is good. This definitely gets walled by Zapdos, except for HP Ice. Yeah, contradiction right there. We got Rust Skarmory, which is lefties, Stealth Rock, Whirlwind, Toxic, and Roost. Enough speed to actually outspeed Milotic in case I want to go for a Toxic before it goes for Scald on me or something. Stealth Rock it's always good to have those up. This can also switch into a Mega Horn from Heracross if I don't want Sableye to take the hit. Also, this is my main Mega Sceptile switch in. Also, Lander switch in. It can come in on Jirachi too. Jirachi is just scary because it's a really versatile Pokemon. It can take a hit from Ludicolo, like Whirlwind that out, just to get hazards up. Switching to Armaldo. Just switches into a lot of things, and then just Whirlwind them out. Also Toxic. Next up, we got Clefable here, with leftovers, Moonblast, Shadow Ball, Ice Beam, and Soft Boiled. Max HP, Max Defense, because I want this to be my main switch into Mega Sceptile actually, because I don't want Iron Tail to do a ton of damage to me. Also comes in on Milotic, so I don't get burned by Scald. I can beat Umbreon with Moonblast. I can beat Lando T with Ice Beam. If I predict him to go to Jirachi, that's where Shadow Ball comes in. Also, this is a good switch in for Conkeldurr, and even Heracross. Heracross is just a big threat to my team, which is why I have a lot of checks for it. And last up, we have Lantern rocking the Rindo Berry with Scald, Volt Switch, Ice Beam, and Thunder Wave. Again, another check for the Rain Ludicolo. Also, it can lure in the Mega Sceptile and go for Ice Beam and do about 88% minimum, which is a ton. The speed is to also speed creep Milotic because I don't want to have to take a Scald with this because I'm Volt Absorb this time and not Water Absorb. Volt Absorb is just to take on Zapdos better because it'll be my only recovery as I don't even have leftovers for this one. Anyways, let's get right into the replay. Alright, so our team matchup, I don't see the Rain Ludicolo, which takes a lot off my back. But yeah, I do see the Jirachi, Zapdos, Heracross, Mega Sceptile, Landorus, Milotic. I have no idea what the Jirachi would be at this moment, and so it's kind of scary to set team preview. I'm just going to decide to lead off with Hydreigon, just because to drop a Draco on anything, do a ton of damage. He'll lead it with Zapdos. I want to see what kind of set he is, so I'm just going to go right for the Draco Meteor. That does 70%, which actually reveals that he is a Spadef set. That's actually a high roll. But yeah, he just roofs up because he knew I'd go for the Draco. I can't do anything at this point because, I go into Lantern, he goes into Mega Sceptile, so good play on his part. He goes for the Protect as I go for the Ice Beam, and so since I stayed in, I'm suspecting he knows I'm Rindo Berry, but I don't want to try and overpredict at this point. He switches out and goes into Milotic, as I actually double into Skarmory, because I wanted to try and bluff maybe not being Rindo. I just get my Rocks up because I know it's beat him. He goes for Scald and gets the burn right away. Unfortunate for me, but the hacks will turn later in the match, as you'll see. I go into Clefable here just because I can take hits from anything. He goes Zapdos. I just want to go for the Ice Beam just to further prove that I know he's... No, go for Shadow Ball in case he wants to go Jirachi. Here's where we go for Ice Beam as he goes for Roost. I just wanted to further see what kind of set he was. I get the freeze, fortunate for him, but he just he just thaws himself out right here. I just go into this. He actually misses it, so Hax is just hitting him right here. He goes into Jirachi on my Ice Beams. I thought he'd go into Sceptile on Volt Switch. He turns out just 24%, which leads me to believe he's got a lot of attack investment, which makes me think he might actually be Scarf to outspeed the Superior. But I just go for Volt Switch because as he goes Heracross. Now the fact that he went Heracross makes me heavily believe he's Guts and not Moxie, as it seemed like he wanted to get burned by a Scald. So I take this chance to go into Sableye, get my Mega up, and I made a big misplay there. I forgot Prankster happens on the turn 1, so I wanted to go for the recover after he attacked me, and then get all my HP back and just kind of see what kind of set he is. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen. Fortunately for me, he can't 2 KO. He misses right away. I was getting all my HP back. With Mega Horn, I go for the Aerial Ace to get a ton of damage off, 66%, puts him in range of rocks, which is really good. I go to Clefable, he misses another Mega Horn. He switches out into Zapdos as I go for the Ice Beam, as I thought he'd go Zapdos this time. That does quite a bit of damage, actually, even though he's Spadef. Goes for Thunderbolt. I just go for Moonblast, I thought he had Roost there, so I wanted to get more damage off. He goes for Roost here, as I go for the Soft Boil to get back up to full health. Goes for Thunderbolt. I have a little stall back and forth here. Ice Beam to 32%. We're just going to go back and forth, going for hits here. He switches out first into Jirachi as I dive Lantern, predicting him to either Thunderbolt or go Jirachi here. U-turn crits me as he goes into Milotic, and I Ice Beam. And so here is kind of scary. I go for Volt Switch, and I outsped him. But this Lantern was EV'd to outspeed Milotic, as I go into Clefable and he goes for the Mirror Coat, which takes me really low. Now you could say that I should have known it was Mirror Coat because he had negative priority on Mirror Coat, but since I was outspeeding it, there was no way of me telling that he was Mirror Coat. I could have predicted it and gone to Sableye, but then again I would have been risking a burn there, and I don't have Heal Bell at all. Yeah, I just sacked Clefable here in case he somehow doesn't kill me with Scalds. So yeah, going to Superior here. I thought he might switch out into either Jirachi or Sceptile, so I just go with a substitute. He goes for the Hidden Power. I'm assuming it's Hidden Power Ice because it hits Superior and High Dragon, but it also could be Fire as it could hit Skarmory too. Actually, yeah, it's Hidden Power Fire because he has Dragon Pulse. Yeah, anyways, HP Ice. I know I can live any hit, so I just go for HP Ice again, take him out. As he goes into the Heracross, and so at this point, I kind of thought he was bluffing the Scarf, but I still didn't want to risk it, and it was kind of a 50-50 here on whether he'd go for Mega Horn or Close Combat. I thought he'd go for Close Combat as it's way more accurate, as he actually does go with a Mega Horn, so he gets that play right and takes my Sableye way down low. Skarmory gets a free switch in because Mega Horn's not going to do anything, and I'm very certain he's Scarfed because of having brought into Superior. I go for the Roost here. Yeah, I should have predicted Zapdos and gone from the Toxic because this Zapdos becomes a huge problem later on in the match, as you'll see. I go into High Dragon, just kind of scouting its moveset more. As actually I've seen all its moves, so I know it can't touch High Dragon. I go for the Dark Pulse because I just want to see how much damage it'll do. And as you guys can see here, I flinch him. That's very unfortunate for him because now he's in range of Draco Meteor and he has to sack something. Goes Milotic, takes the Draco Meteor. And now, some even more luck in my favor. At that HP percent, I knew he was more physically defensive, and because of the damage it took, and from the calcs, this is a 50% chance for me to take him out with a Draco here, and I go for the Draco and I get the roll. So this match is just all in my favor. No really good luck for him at all. I go Skarmory here. I was pretty sure Mega Horn to try and pick off the Sableye. Also, I didn't want to go Sableye because I want to keep it so that he can't just spam Close Combat and win the game. He goes Zapdos here. I double into High Dragon. That'll end up costing me, but at that moment, I didn't think it would be a bad play because he is low to the point where Draco can kill, and so he gets leftovers. I just go for another Draco Meteor. It's gonna hit something. It's gonna get a kill. He goes Lando, takes 87%, and he makes a really good play here, and actually doubles right back into Zapdos because he knows he can take any hit as I'm at -2 here. I'd actually go for the Dark Pulse, not risking a miss, and wanted to save PP. Um, I know he's just going to roost here, so I decided to roost with him because I want to keep this thing around. So yeah, had I gone for Toxic instead of doubling into Hydreigon, as I knew he'd go Zapdos, that would have been a better play, but I didn't do it. I go into this, he makes a good play and goes for Heat Wave, not wanting to give me my Volt Absorb. Doubles into Landers, as I thought he would, and I go for Scald. Also, Scald would hopefully burn the Zapdos and make it easier to deal with. He goes Heracross here. Again, I'm pretty sure he'll go for the Mega Horn because he's gonna want to get rid of that hair. He wants to get rid of that Sableye so he can spam close combat, which is why I think he'd go for Mega Horn. We take burn damage. He switches right out into Jirachi, so I go for Toxic this time, thinking he'd go Zapdos, but he makes a good play, goes Jirachi. I was pretty sure he'd have Thunderbolt. I go Superior here just as a sack. And so I'm pretty sure he's Scarfed, but I don't want to risk the Lantern as it's a really good way to help me beat that Zapdos with Scald Burns. So even though I think he's Scarfed, I'm just going to stay in the stack Superior just to play it safe. Him outspeeding me further confirms he's Scarfed. I go into Lantern. I know he has to switch out because Lockdown Thunderbolt will just heal me. I go for Volt Switch. Another bad play because I should have just gone for Scald to try and burn it or just kill the Heracross. I go Hydreigon here, and I double right back into Lantern because I want to force him to go for Roost. I just kind of want to stall him out a little bit and make him like think twice before going for them all the time. Go for Ice Beam, get some damage off. I know he's just gonna keep Heat Waving me because he's not going to want to Thunderbolt and heal me up. Go for Scald, go for a burn. Don't get it. At this point, Lantern's really low, but also I know that it's my only way of beating this Zapdos. I need to get a Scald burn. That's my only way of beating it. So I just had to save it. Actually, no. I was pretty sure I was so certain to go for Roost here as I go for Scald. Don't get a burn again. So the hacks is sort of turning to his favor. Is still definitely more in my favor than his. Goes for Heat Wave. Doesn't have anything. I just go for Roost because I was pretty sure he'd go for his own Roost. And again, I just kind of want to get rid of him so he doesn't always go for him. I go for Roost here to make him to force him to go for one. And so here I didn't think he'd go for one, and so I just had to go for a Draco Meteor roll, as he does Thunderbolt here, knowing I wouldn't go Lantern. I'll go for Draco again just to see what would happen. I don't get a crit or anything, as he's able to Roost right back up to full. And I believe I Roost here with him. Yeah, I Roost here with him, and he Roosts up. So at this point, I'm predicting him to think I'm sacking Hydreigon, as I double into Lantern, predicting Thunderbolt, and I get the HP back. So what this does, it gives me 3 more chances to get a Scald burn. Goes for Heat Wave, does 10%, I go for Scald, and we get the burn. So this puts us back in the game because it's a really good chance to win the game now. I just does nothing. I just go for Ice Beam. I don't need this anymore. It's just getting weakened. He goes for a Bruce. I protect that and go for the Volt Switch, and I just go into Hydreigon. Because with the burn, I'll have a way better chance at killing him with Dark Pulses, as I'm actually out of Draco Meteors because of pressure. He doesn't want to mess around with this. He goes for Heat Wave, doesn't want me to go Lantern, and I just take him out with a Dark Pulse. And so, at this point it's actually really close because he can sweep me with the Heracross. He goes into Jirachi here, and I was predicting the Play Rough, which is why I go right into Skarmory, as he goes for U-turn, which makes me think he doesn't have Play Rough because I know for sure that U-turn does not kill Hydreigon. And so here, I know what I need to do to win. Hydreigon's my win condition, because I'm pretty sure it doesn't have Play Rough anymore, as I went for U-turn there. And to make sure that this Heracross does not sweep me, I need my Skarmory to take Mega Horn, and I need Sableye to take close combat, which is why I sack Lantern here, as he goes for the Stone Edge, because it hits everything actually. I go Hydreigon. I just want to get as full HP as I can to stay out of range of the U-turn from Jirachi, as he misses the Stone Edge here. Yes, this is unfortunate, but at some point I would have roosted up enough health to be at full, and then I'm going to Kirby, of course. And so now at this point he goes Jirachi, and now he actually has a really good chance at winning the game here because he is Scarfed and he has Iron Head. Since Skarmory actually has no attacking moves, my only way of beating this Jirachi, so he has to flinch my Hydreigon here, and then I go Skarmory, and he has to flinch me down, and with the burn that'll make it a lot easier for him. And so my only way of beating it would be with him running out of Iron Heads. So he goes for the Iron Head here, and more unfortunate for him, he does not even get the flinch, so Hydreigon picks up a 4th kill this game, and we take a 2-0 victory over Carnie Hobo. So sorry about all the hacks, man. I don't think I would have been able to win if it wasn't so heavily in my favor. Um, and so I actually did this battle before my week 3 and week 4 battle. So I'm not sure how those have gone at this moment. But yeah, that's technically my first win with this team. And so yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you later.